Hey guys, Surgeon Devil here. Um, so what I'm going to do is I made a video earlier by Amber Lynn, and I'm going to keep true to the challenge, 365-day challenge food and exercise. Started tomorrow. It'll be 2/20/19 to 2/20/20. Now, I actually read a lot and went through a lot of things. I basically went through my old diet plan that I had where I lost like from 615 to 365. So I'm going back to that. Right here is the meats. This is like my good protein source. Turkey. Usually I did 4 ounces per serving. Chicken was 4 ounces per serving. Fish was 5 ounces per serving. Now with the fish, I stayed with tilapia, whiting, and cod. I didn't eat like salmon or tuna, even though that is recommended. I just don't like them. So this is what I go with here. And I'm not allowed to have catfish unless it's a cheat day. But I won't have a cheat day for a while though. So stick with those fish. And then beef, I'm going to try to get as lean as I can. That's why it's only 3 ounces per serving. Usually that will be maybe a burger patty or something without no bread. No pork at all because of the sodium content. That includes like pork rinds, stuff like that. No bacon or anything. Now, I can have turkey bacon. I can have, stuff as long as it's not super processed or anything. Now, the amount per day that I was doing was between 60 to 216. That is with exercising, which I have on another piece of paper we'll be going over here shortly. Now, carb sources. The only thing different between my last diet and this diet is the quinoa. I've never had quinoa, but I'm excited to try it. I might get a little bit of it sometime this week, figure out how to cook it, what would taste good with it and everything, look up some recipes or something. I'm pretty picky about the flavor of my food, so we'll see. Oats, mainly it's going to be rolled oats. If I have to do the quick oats, I will. That's just because I won't eat these every day. Bananas, of course, 1 to 2 per day. High carb source, but it's also a high potassium source too. So it also helps with cramping and it helps with muscle regeneration and everything. Grapefruits, good source of vitamin C as well. I can have 1 to 3 per week. Kidney beans, that's like one of my favorite things to eat is kidney beans. Not only is that a good carb source, it's also a good protein source. But the only time I really eat those is if I eat them in chili, which I'm going to look up some recipes and, see if I can cook them with some rice, or, something like some low-sodium beef stock or something, as long as I keep track of the nutritional value in it. But that's just when it's eaten, though. It's just 1 cup per meal when eaten. Rice is 1 cup per meal, same as the beans. It'll be when eaten. When I meal prep, I do meal prep my stuff, such as my rice and turkey and beef and everything. I usually eat with rice or vegetables, or I make kind of like a stir fry type thing. Like I'll dump it all out of the bowl, put it in the pan, heat it all up, put it back in the bowl, eat it that way. And low-fat yogurt is a good carb source. There's this one that's called Carb Cutter that I usually get from Kroger. Carb Cutter is actually a really good way to get yogurt in your system, and you just do the serving size. I don't get any of the flavor stuff. Thank you, bud. That's Gizmo, by the way. Bring me a cup of coffee. And low-fat yogurt. It's a good source of carbs, with Carb Cutter especially. But I only get the big tubs of it because it's just regular vanilla, without actually having to worry about the sugars and shit like that in it. Now, onto the vegetables. The vegetables, there's a lot of good vegetables out there. There's also there's some bad vegetables out there as well, believe it or not. But these are the vegetables I followed with religiously. Lettuce, I usually, romaine lettuce, or I usually get, what's it called? Salad mix? Is that what it's called? Yeah, it's salad mix. It usually has lettuce, spinach, carrots, and stuff like that in it. Spinach, if I do get spinach by itself, it's usually in a big container from Walmart. And I could eat half a container by itself. Broccoli, love me some fresh broccoli. Usually eat about 2 cups of that. Cauliflower, now this is a good alternative to potatoes. I know I have boiled potatoes here, but that's a good alternative to mashed potatoes. I actually got that recipe from Pickle Boy on one of their videos when they were trying to go through one of their diet phases. I don't add butter to them. I do butter spray. But cauliflower makes some great mashed potatoes. Even Mrs. liked it. It was pretty cool how much it tasted like regular mashed potatoes, and that's like one of my favorite foods. So now boiled potatoes, this will be peel them, boil them, which would probably be like 1 potato at a time. We won't do a bunch, and then that way so I don't waste them. If I want a boiled potato, say with like some turkey or something like that, that's what I'll do. Avocados, really good fats there. I don't eat guacamole. Don't like the texture of it or anything. The texture's pretty crazy to me, so I try to stay away from guacamole. Sorry, take a drink of hot coffee. But not to mention, the texture. Like, I'm really big on texture. It's kind of like how Mrs. is with coconut. It's just when it hits your tongue, it makes you want to like gag. So, but the flavor, I like the flavor of guacamole. Now, with carrots is kind of a hit and miss. If you eat a lot of them, the same as with the broccoli or like Brussels sprouts and stuff like that. Carrots are pretty good for you, but if you eat too many of them, it can back you up a little bit. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, those are for, those can actually get your kidneys pretty riled up, so you might want to, not eat a bunch of them. Now radishes are like just one of my things there. I mean, they're good or they can be good or bad for you. To me, I just like how they have a spice to them. I like to put them in a salad. I don't eat them by themselves. Sweet peppers, that's one thing in this house I love to eat. I can eat them by themselves is sweet peppers. Go get a bag of them, clean them up, cook them in my turkey, put them in my rice, in my salad. I can just get a couple of them, take the seeds out, take the stem off, and just eat them as is like that. And celery. Everyone likes celery. Usually people, sorry about that, pour it out a little bit. A lot of people with celery. Sorry if the spelling's bad. I don't spell too well. Celery. I like eating celery there. Good source of, just a water vegetable. It's got a good flavor to it. A lot of people eat it with like cream cheese or peanut butter or something like that. But with this, I don't eat peanut butter, and I try to stay away from the cream cheese and stuff like that. I do eat, but we'll go over some other foods here in a little bit. Now to the fruits. The fruits is kind of sparse because of the sugar that's in a lot of it. Now with grapes, pineapples, and oranges, there is a good amount of sugar in those, but those are also a good source of vitamins. Now red grapes really ain't got that much to them. They're just a good snack option. Instead of me eating chips or crackers, I'll just eat some red grapes. Now grapefruit, again, I put it on here again. That was just so I can know what a carb source is. This is what I'm actually going to eat. That bananas, of course, again. Pineapples, I love pineapples and blueberries, red grapes, and then lemons. Lemons really won't be ate by themselves. Lemons would be more for like my fish, my rice. If I want to add a little bit of citrus zest to them or something like that. So now the other foods, I just write down because it's what I usually try to get to. You got your whole eggs, which the eggs which is the egg whites and the yolks. Egg whites is going to be a big thing. We're going to be going to Sam's Club to get the egg whites because they have a pretty good deal on a big bulk carton of them. So now, yogurt. Once again, that's the carb-coated yogurt. It's really good from Kroger. If you have a Kroger near you, it's called Carb Master. I call it Carb Carter. But if you want to try it out, I'd recommend just a plain vanilla at first, because it does have kind of an odd flavor to it. Mrs. found that out when she tried to eat berries, and it tasted like really bland. So Tortillas. Tortillas. I really don't eat tortillas that much, but that's going to be my bread source. I don't get Ezekiel bread or anything because where you've usually got to keep it in the refrigerator because of the grains and stuff in it. So, rice. I know I had it over here, but I just wanted to write down a carb source. Got rice here. Then I got protein shakes. Protein shakes will be a source of protein as well, but it's also considered a meal replacement. I do that every now and then. Like if I wake up for breakfast, I don't really feel like getting up and cooking anything. You just have those days. So what I'll do is the night before, if I just feel like I'm not going to be able to really cook anything, I'll just get a bottle of water, bring it up here, get a cup, a spoon, and when I get out of bed and I take my vitamins and stuff like that, that's when I'll do that. Now, sour cream will be used sparsely. It's mainly going to be like something for my salads. It's kind of like a dressing because I can't eat those because of all the stuff that's in them. So, explain what that is. Then you have cottage cheese. Cottage cheese will be low fat. I really won't eat much of that either. But I'm not the only one that eats it in the house, so I'll use it every now and then for maybe a salad or something. And then honey will probably be also a dressing, but I'll also put it in like my tea, and I might put a little dab of it into, say, like a protein shake or something. Now, drinks, really sparse. Water, of course, is number one. Black coffee, I should put black coffee on there, but that's usually how I drink my coffee anyways, black coffee. I very seldom get something with sugar and cream in it. I don't like sugar and cream in my coffee that much. Unless it's like something that Mrs. gets that we want to try, say like like a creamer from Kroger or something. It's usually what we try, or we see like a flavor we want to try, and usually she's the one that drinks it a lot, or Gizmo will get like a decaf cup of coffee, and he'll use like a little, like literally that much coffee and like that much cream. So tea, I love tea. I could drink it all day. The reason why I really don't drink it all day is just a lot of times my knees hurt too bad to go downstairs or stuff, but that's going to change. I'm going to start drinking more tea, especially green herbal tea. That's a good way to clean your kidneys out, and it's also like coffee. It's a good laxative. If you're feeling a little bit backed up, drink a couple cups and you should be good to go. Now, Coke Zero is, I know there's nothing really to them except for some of the chemicals that's in it. I really am going to slow down on drinking Coke Zero, but that's just going to be an alternative for meals, especially mainly dinner. I'll drink like one a day or maybe two a day on a cheat day or something. And then almond milk. Almond milk's what I'm going to be using for my milk substitute. I'm not going to drink whole milk or 2%. 2% has too much sugar in it. Whole milk is okay, but it's still kind of heavy there. So I'll drink almond milk. I'll drink milk every now and then, but that's going to be my main source of dairy milk there. So now on to the don'ts. The don'ts is kind of like what you can't have. Fried foods, fast foods, pizza, cakes, ice cream, chips, popcorn, crackers, pastas, highly processed foods like ramen noodles, rice sides, stuff like that. Unneeded sugars, meaning like a teaspoon or so of sugar in your coffee or tea or something like that, or anything. No juices. Now, no juices is mainly no fruit juices. There's a lot of sugar in those. Like 1 cup of orange juice has like 17 packets of sugar in it. The juices I will be drinking those like V8 Super Greens, Sweet Greens, and V8 juice probably by itself. Now, not the smoothies, but just the regular, V8 juice. So, now on to the exercises. Now I know I was sitting there bitching about Amberlynn about not getting up off her ass and doing anything, just sitting there. Now I know some of these will say seated, but the reason why these are seated, these are at home, except for these right here. Now, I found some great videos. I used these before, and it really helped me out a lot, especially with the mobility aspect of knees and back and stuff. So I found a DDP yoga chair warrior workout. It's about 15-minute video. It's really good. It really stretches you out. It really pops your back out and stuff. Now the Spark People seated cardio workout. Now Spark People is a good website to go on if you don't talk to anybody really, because they're kind of biased a lot of times, especially towards members who've been there for a while, and you call someone out on their crap and they don't like it. So, but Spark People is good to go on for finding workouts, meal plans, keep track of calories, stuff like that. I don't use MyFitnessPal just because, I'm just not used to it. And that's a good 10-minute workout. You actually get a pretty good sweat going with that. The Yoga Sangha seated stretches, that's good for after everything you do. It really helps regenerate your muscles and your joints, and it really calms your body down. Now, the seated exercise for obese and limited stage 1. This is a video I found when I first started dieting and exercising. And you can ask Mrs. I could do this video, start out being bone dry, and by the time I was done with it, be pouring the sweat. They really work with you. They give you some great ideas. And, the reason why I'm also doing this is if Emerlyn does see this video, I want her to look these up where she does sit a lot and do these right here. This will really help her out, especially with the mobility issues that she has, because you can tell she has real bad mobility issues when she's walking. Now, this is the step program that reading the 365-day challenge for myself that I did when I first started. I would walk 10 minutes a day for the first month. Then I would bump it up 5-minute increments per, and then at the last, from the 5th to the 12th month, I would do this at home, just as like a casual walk, either in my bedroom, just walking back and forth, nothing really to lean on or anything, or I would go outside and walk up and down the block a couple of times. Now, where I am still kind of heavy, where I am heavy, and push-ups are really hard. A really good way to work out your arms and get your chest and stuff working. Wall push-ups, you mainly just like you're going to be doing a push-up. You lean against the wall, you push down, push back up. The first month, you do 10 reps, 2 sets, and then it goes 15. The second, 20. The third, and then you jump up 10. This is what I did because it just, the redundancy going from the 5 to 5 here just didn't work that well. So I jumped up 10, and the 4th and 12th month here. Now I specifically put that these are just at home exercises. The reason why is I put right here, and I'll keep track of this with you guys doing vlogs and stuff, is I'll be going to the gym again. And I'll be doing cardio, weight training. And the only thing I won't be videotaping is the water aerobics because I'll be in the pool. So, but I will be doing cardio, weight training, and the water aerobics. Water aerobics is really good for someone who does have bad mobility problems, like their back or their knees, or, their weight just really hurts them when they're moving a lot. So, Emerlyn, if you see this, really look into doing that there. That'll really help out a lot. But, yeah, this is what I'll be doing. I will be adding stuff to it. This is just a starter. See, this is what I used to do, is I would categorize everything and, write it down, color code it and all that, keep it in a binder. And this is what I've been needing to do again. Because, I have been losing weight, but I still feel kind of bad. So this really helps out when I get in all the OCD mode and do all this. And so I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and share it if you like, if you know somebody who could try this out. I think it'd be beneficial to them. I forgot to write down. I will be doing between 900 and 1500 calories a day. I'm going to put that right there in that square. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing this, and it's really easy to do. It's really easy to keep track of if you could stick to it. This is the biggest part of a diet and losing weight. This is also important, but this is very important right here, because this is what makes you gain weight, is the food. And then not doing this makes it to where you cannot lose the weight. So if you put these two together, if you do like an 80-20 importance, it's a great thing that you can put together and lose weight. So if you know somebody who's overweight, that needs to lose weight, that wants to lose weight, let them watch this video. Look into this stuff here. They may want to critique it and put something down, or look up, or go to Spark People or MyFitnessPal or something like that, and look up foods, ideas for meals like low carbs and all that. And this would be really good for them to look into. And yeah, so once again, thank you guys for watching. Love you guys, and don't forget, rock on.